Hello, fellow Stitchers. I'm Cher Johnston. Welcome to my happy place. I told myself I should do this. I should get started on this before it got dark outside, before it was too late. And you know what? It's too late. It's dark out already. Then I decided that you probably don't mind the shadows. But I just had to get started on this because I think it's going to be so pretty. I was working on my stitch dictionary today and did this plated feather stitch. And there's a picture in her book, in the Sharon Bogan book, that has this Crazy Quilt seam treatment that was so pretty. Has these beads in the middle, the pearl beads like I have. I love those pearl beads. And I think it had wool embroidery floss like this. The only wool embroidery floss that I have is from Sherry Iris, and it's so wonderful. I'm thinking maybe I should get more. Maybe I should do a little research and see if there's, I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's other companies that make wool embroidery yarn. Do you call it floss? Is it called yarn? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I sometimes it's like I feel like I have to do it before I don't know, before the idea gets away, or before, I don't know, before what. Just I just gotta get started. Just gotta do it. Just have to. All right, so there's that. That's green. And I have another green. It's a lighter green. So I'm going to do the other direction. I'm going to try to stay on camera. After I do this, I'm going to put beads on off camera. And I have to look at what she did again, because I think she just did some maybe detached chain stitch. Maybe she just did some straight stitches on either side. So I have to figure out what I'm gonna do. And of course get rid of those really ugly blue marks. this reminded me a lot of this other stitch that I did. And I had to look at it and go, is that what that was supposed to be? Was that supposed to be a plated feather stitch? No, it wasn't. It wasn't supposed to be that. I don't think. Anyway, because I don't remember now where I got that this other stitch to this one. I had that in a book that I made 10 years ago, and now I don't remember where I got those stitches, where I saw those things, and I went off and did other things. I don't remember what I went off and did. Oh, I remember now. I moved. I moved to Sacramento. I had a fabulous apartment in Glendale. Cheap. Gave it up. It was silly. Anyway. All right, I'm almost to the end. And I'm gonna end off. Put in some pearl beads. And then figure out what comes next. Come back, probably in the morning. To be honest, probably not till afternoon. Anyway. All right. I put the beads in off camera, and then I did several different. Actually, I did a couple before I even did these. Then I thought maybe I should leave them in to show you. And then I decided I decided to try a different color. So that's where I'm at now. I have a different color here. And I took a new thread each time, so that because I knew I might have to take it out, because I did take it out a couple times. I put a new thread in each time. I tried to do fly stitches here. Didn't like it. I just like this. I like this. I love this yarn, this thread, this wool. Do you ever have those days where you just can't sleep? Like the doctor told me once that I should not stay in bed trying to sleep for more than about 20 or 30 minutes, that I should get up and read a boring book. Well, he also told me that I shouldn't take my phone to bed and, play games or whatever. But I play games and scroll Pinterest and all that quite a bit at night after I go to bed and before I go to sleep. But anyways, I finally, at about 1 or 2, I got up and decided I would just work on this for a little bit. Not that I was thinking about it or anything. Actually, I think about stitching a lot. Probably way more than I should. So I wanted to, I forgot about these. I made my own little stitch guides. This is the same as the dot grid that I have from the book, and I think this one is too. This one's a little different. This is a herringbone that's has different, anyways. So I had forgotten that I had this. That's just, and I think I've shown this before. I did one for hearts. So I have this. This is for a different, maybe I should show you this sometime. It's a star, it's a bookbinding technique. Anyway, so I got up and I made this little dot grid to do those because I really like the precision, the very precise sort of stitching. I used to watch Rachel Roxbury and think, because she posts videos like she does it like probably an hour a day, every single day. There's always new Rachel videos. Well, she also has a lot of she collects vintage fabrics, and she has a lot of vintage embroideries that she uses in her things. She does a lot of slow stitching, very repetitive, running stitch. Or I watched her this morning and she was doing thread painting, which looks really cool. I guess when I watch her, I don't always just sit and watch. Sometimes she doesn't even talk, and I'm not really paying attention. Just kind of silly, huh? Anyways, my point is, I don't do that, and there's no way I could record an hour a day. I would end up taking it out a lot of times. I do record a lot of videos that I don't even post because I look at it when I'm done and I go, no, that's just ugly, you know? Um, and like this one, I knew that I didn't want to record myself. Like I don't record myself adding beads. I don't know why. I mean, I guess I should now and then. Anyways, but I do want to show you something that, you know, oh, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I was awake till 2 in the morning, and then I woke up at 7, and I was awake till 2, and I wasn't even tired. I was like, usually I get my eyes get sore, and I can't really see very well, and if I'm really tired, my eyes water. Didn't happen last night. I was just wide awake, and I think I may have gotten up at 1 or 1:30. I remember looking at the clock and it was 2. Probably went back to bed at 2:30 or 3, I don't know. Then I woke up at 7 this morning. Like, what's up with that? And then sometimes I take a nap. And, at 5 or 6 o'clock. And then I can still sleep at night. I don't know what's up with that. Okay. I'm going to um, take these out, and I think I'm going to finish this off camera and come back. Okay, I finished those up. And I have yellow here. And it's not 2 strands, it's 1 strand, but it's folded over so that it's 2 strands. I have a milliner's needle. I don't think I could get 2 strands through the eye of the needle. And I'm going to do a cast on stitch, cast on loop, whatever, with 10 wraps. I'm not going to pull too tight. And I'm going to do this quietly so that I can speed this part up. There's 10. All right. See, it's getting really twisty. But that's fine. There's only 10 wraps, so I'm going to go there. Then I'm going to put the needle through that loop. And I'm going to pull and pull and pull and pull and pull some more and more and more and more. Oh, isn't that so cute? Oh my gosh. All right. Now before I cut this off, I'm going to come up to the top here and tack that down. I'm going to end it off. And I'll do one more on camera. Because why not? So one thing that I want to do before I knot the needle is that I want to kind of pet it a little bit. Get it to relax. It's okay, honey. You'll be okay. You'll be fine. And I can't wait to see what it looks like against this darker brown here. It's probably going to be really pretty. All right. Very small bite of the fabric. Here we go, 10. There's 10. I pull it through, set it down, put the needle through that loop, and I want it pointed out that way. I'm going to hold these and pull. Sorry, my hand's in the way. Can't help it. Pull, 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 pull. Smash it down, pull. Nice. And then I'm going to go to the back and come back up. Here. Sometimes I forget to breathe. All right. Look at that. Now what I ended up with is a very dark yellow piece. And can't be helped. I'm going to do that off camera. I think it also needs one of these little tiny pearl beads right in the center of those. I think that'll be pretty. All right, I'll be back. All right, here we are. So I think that there are certain times of the day that I can film without the light on. There's still some shadows there though, huh? Okay, I'm putting beads on, and I'm thinking of you, Shirley Jensen. We've had discussions about beads, and I don't normally do this on camera. Because it's fiddly and it's, yeah. So, but I wanted to point out that what I'm doing with these is I'm pulling that bead in there. Then I'm going to go to the back and I'm going to sew it down, pull it nice and tight so that it nestles. You know what I mean? All right. And they're each sewn individually. So I'm going to take my needle and thread. I forget to breathe sometimes. Okay. Quilter's knot. And then come up from the back. At the bottom, like right between the base there, and I unthreaded my needle. This I have to do off camera because This needle, by the way, this is a number 10 milliner's needle. I'm going to turn the light on. Maybe I can see better under here. And there's no way you can thread this needle with a needle threader. The needle threader won't go in there. And sometimes, like late at night, sometimes my eyes get weird and I can't see well enough to thread the needle. Fortunately, right now it's the middle of the day. It's actually 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Put the bead on there. I'm going to go back down. Do you see? Do you see? I don't know if you can see that. Right at the top of where that little gap is there. And then if I pull it in, you know what? I wanted it to go. Let's do this again. I think you can see where the needle's coming out. I'm going to go do the bead again. This is probably not something that I really need to do, but do it. Want it more. Well, heck. Wanted it more like in. Right in there. Oh, that's good enough. All right. Now sometimes I can push the needle in to the point where I can feel the bead. This time I'm not feeling the bead, but it's fine. I am sort of close up that gap. All right, there we go. And I think now this is done. So the only thing left is to take a photo. Thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you again soon.